Many people talk about hell as if it's not real. They say it's just a myth made up to scare us and does not exist. But is that true? Let's look at the evidence. Are we really all just heading to heaven? Or maybe there is no existence after death? In my opinion, I think heaven and hell are real, and here's why. Let's start with some people who have had near-death experiences. They describe hell in very specific terms. Raymond Moody wrote a book called Life After Life. He interviewed over 1,500 people who had near-death experiences. Most experiences were positive and hopeful, describing going toward the light. But some described a negative, distressing NDE involving people screaming and shouting. One well-documented NDE story was of Howard Storm, an art professor at Northern Kentucky University. Before his NDE, he described himself as an angry atheist, mean and hateful person that was feared by people. After having an emergency surgery, he entered into a near-death experience and started to float above his body. He then claims to have heard people calling his name and telling him to come with them. This is when he was brought down to a dark place, void of any light. Howard Storm's depiction of hell presents a place where individuals find themselves surrounded by other spirits who mirror their own negative traits, intensifying their suffering through a cycle of torment and despair. Rather than an externally inflicted punishment, the anguish stems from the reflection of their own self-centeredness and harmful actions during their earthly lives. Now let's look at what the Bible says about hell. In Matthew 25, it talks about a place where there's torment and fire. It also talks about outer darkness, where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Jesus also refers to hell as a fiery furnace, where lawbreakers will be thrown at the end of the age when he returns. He calls it the hell of fire, eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Unquenchable fire, eternal punishment. Not a place I want to visit. And here's another thing. We also know that demons exist because the Bible tells us so. And one of the things they do is they possess people. This isn't made up. Priests perform exorcisms all the time. There are many documented cases of priests encountering demonic possession. One Business Insider article interviewed a Vatican-trained priest named Father Vincent, based out of Indianapolis, stated he has stared demons in the face, watched people slither on the floor like snakes, and seen people levitate. In one case, a demon inside a girl was laughing and taunting the priest during the exorcism, and when the priest was able to cast the demon out of her, the room filled with a horrible stench, like rotten eggs and sewage. The girl was then cured of the possession and went back to living a normal life. So based on these things, could hell be real? Is it just a story we've been told to scare us? Well, let me ask you this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to learn how to get close to God, check out this video.